Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best 280Hz gaming monitor. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Alienware 25 gaming monitor. Alienware 25 gaming monitor arrived a day early. Packaging was the actual product box, which is terrible to be left on a porch. The box itself seemed to have a lot of wear and tear, which had me worried at the start. Where it gets a star rating is this: the monitor was perfect, no damage, no dead pixels, and to top it off, the product itself was sublime, very easy to install, visually stunning, and graphically it was, bar none. With that being said, let me heed some advice for any of you prospective buyers. This is a highly niche monitor for those looking to get the most performance out of a GPU that can't put it out. Do not buy this if you have a mid-tier graphics card that won't be capable of making the most out of those. Also, I got lucky with my delivery. The damage to the packaging was superficial, so it's nothing to complain about. Some packages may be mishandled, some packages might just be dull or have dead pixels by just factory defect. That is the risk you run when you have a party seller providing you tech. Amazon does its best to prevent these issues, but sometimes you are just unlucky. It is by no fault of the product itself. So if you see these star ratings and get worried if this monitor is worth it, let me lay it out for you. If you are a part of the very small niche of computer owners that not only have a machine capable of using this monitor to its full potential, but also are purchasing with the intention of using it to its full capacity, save yourself some money and to get monitor that will do just fine. Otherwise, for those still on board with purchasing, you just gotta hope you're one of the lucky ones and it arrives in one piece. If it doesn't, you can just return it and get a new one, or go to a computer store and pay full price and personally ensure it gets home safe. I hope this has been helpful. The number 4 on the list is ViewSonic. ViewSonic Amazon.com return policy: you may return any new computer purchased from Amazon.com that is dead on arrival, arrives in damaged condition, or is still in unopened boxes for a full refund within days of purchase, reserves the right to test dead on arrival returns and impose a customer fee equal to 15% of the product sales price if the customer misrepresents the condition of the product. Any returned computer that is damaged through customer misuses, missing parts, or is in unsellable condition due to customer tampering will result in the customer being charged a higher restocking fee based on the condition of the product. Will not accept returns of any desktop or notebook computer more than days after you receive the shipment. New, used, and refurbished products purchased from marketplace vendors are subject to the returns policy of the individual vendor. Just received it, looks and works great, did not test all features yet, but only disappointment. Is pivot feature is only for installation and packaging, not really for ergo or when it is on desk and base is attached. Monitor edge will hit the desk as stand is not high enough. Will update review later, as got it for many features such as The Witcher, Tomb Raider, couple of graphic demanding games, all ran smooth on high res and lags. No monitor seems improved the performance of the graphic cards. The number 3 on the list is Acer gaming monitor. Acer gaming monitor that is dead on arrival, arrives in damaged condition, or is still in unopened boxes for a full refund within days of purchase, reserves the right to test dead on arrival returns and impose a customer fee equal to % of the product sales price if the customer misrepresents the condition of the product. Any returned computer that is damaged through customer misuse, is missing parts, or is in unsellable condition due to customer tampering will result in the customer being charged a higher restocking fee based on the condition of the product. Amazon.com will not accept returns of any desktop or notebook computer more than days after you receive the shipment. New, used and refurbished products purchased from marketplace vendors are subject to the returns policy of the individual vendor. I upgraded from a pair of monitors, so while not giving me double the pixel width with this one monitor, it comes close and I can easily display side-by-side windows, thus while losing a little bit of real estate, it's not really noticeable and actually a lot nicer to just view everything on one screen. Size-wise, I was worried about a screen seeming too big, but after a few days of using it seems a rather ideal size. I was also worried about pixel size, which was why I really wanted a screen for regular Windows stuff would be fine for gaming, and I am really loving how small the pixels are. Everything is super crisp. The number 2 on the list is Acer Cbmiiprx. Acer Cbmiiprx return policy: you may return any new computer purchased from Amazon.com that is dead on arrival, arrives in damaged condition, or is still in unopened boxes for a full refund within days of purchase. Reserves the right to test dead on arrival returns and impose a customer fee equal to % of the product sales price if the customer misrepresents the condition of the product. Any returned computer that is damaged through customer misuse, is missing parts, or is in unsellable condition due to customer tampering will result in the customer being charged a higher restocking fee based on the condition of the product. Will not accept returns of any desktop or notebook computer more than days after you receive the shipment. New, used and refurbished products purchased from marketplace vendors are subject to the returns policy of the individual vendor. Having paid almost for my monitor, which doesn't have this monitor, is well worth the price. Just over is and compatible. I wish I seen this monitor earlier. Monitor was easily mounted to the wall in front of my desk. The stand looks amazingly strong and well built, but I am not using it. Only minor issues with it. I've noticed a pretty bad light bleed. The number 1 on the list is Zoe. Zoe picture quality at, so a lot of people think they'll see pixelation at, and in my case I don't really notice it since I sit about feet away from the monitor and I have it mounted on my wall. I previously had the and found it too small for my liking, so right now this hits that sweet spot. Remember, there is an pixel per inch difference between, so all you have to do is move the back a bit and you get the same view. Man, what a handy little tool. I set up 2 profiles so far, one for desktop with the black equalizer set to and vibrance set to turned off when I want to game. I choose the other profile which turns to premium while boosting, and black equalizer, very handy little tool that a lot of other manufacturers should think about copying. Colors sharpness out of the box, they're a bit dull, so I just set it to user defined standard and gamut at, and now it looks pretty good. I also had to increase the sharpness to you should download the color profile for this display and then calibrate it. Since it is a true bit display with near, you will get very nice colors from it that matches a lot of displays, so this is the entire reason I bought this display, to have that doesn't lose brightness when turned on. I can confirm that this monitor does not lose any brightness with enabled, and in fact gets to, unlike every other competing display which tend to cut their brightness in half with BFI enabled. I briefly read about changing the vertical totals on these forums, and since I likely won't hit